Natalie Brunell is here, Emmy-winning reporter, former ABC News correspondent. What I think is so amazing about this is it happens over and over and over again. Every politician sees what happens, and nobody's willing to ever stand up and say simply no.
That's right. Well, there are no consequences in a system where you can just print your way out of things. And bonds, once again, are a way to spend money that you don't have. You know, I recall the 10 years that I was a reporter, I covered some of these stadiums coming to cities or being renovated. And there are some robust studies that show that there is very little positive economic impact in the areas where the stadiums are built. In fact, I recall one study that equated it to a drain where the money flows in and sort of circulates and flushes around, and then it exits in a series of pipes that go to the owners, the franchise, the players that don't live there and don't end up in the local economy. And so this is, really a system that's based on debt and ultimately theft of the working class. And that's why I'm a proponent of returning us to a sound and hard money system and a form of money that's for the billions and not for the billionaires.
Right. This just takes money out of the pockets of normal folks and puts them into the bank accounts of the billionaires. This is what I think about, though, and I know you were on Capitol Hill today about Bitcoin and other things, but just from a sense here of what can be done about it. You could pass a law tomorrow that says public funds, and it could be a national law, public funds shall not be used to build sports stadiums for privately owned pro sports teams, period. You'd pass that law tomorrow. You have to imagine how anybody could be against it, because it would then level the playing field across the country. And what? The value of all these pro sports teams would drop by, what, half?
Look, we need a system that's based on free markets and actual value, and not on the people that are closest to access to the capital, which is manipulated at the base layer. And that's why I have an issue with some of the policies right now, because everything just furthers our system of debt. When you have a system that relies on constant credit expansion to achieve just a small amount of actual productivity and growth, then the assets, the money actually pools with a small group of people, the ruling elite, so to speak. That's why people are feeling so frustrated, because it's not ending up with the working class. You have a system where there's a wealth transfer. Yeah. People are working harder and harder for currency that is getting weaker. The money is flowing from the poor and the working class, the people who are on fixed incomes and save in cash, to the people at the very top who have a bigger and bigger slice of the economic pie.
I would say look no further than your new hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, to see that new stadiums, the TWA Dome, disaster, the NHL arena, disaster, the new Busch Stadium there, complete economic disaster. The downtown's in a free fall, and they'll probably talk about building yet more stadiums. Natalie, thank you. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.